Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Titletown tonight. We are on episode 12. We have a lot to talk about this week.
We whooped the piss out of an old man, and we didn't feel bad about it.
I did, but you could tell he wanted to win that game. The way he's talking to Carrington Valentine, you fucking cocksucker.
Who knows? Maybe he knows something that we don't.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody in Green Bay, check on Grindr in the general 15-mile radius.
Yeah. And also, before we start, I wanted to mention, don't shame me about my mismatching socks. I'm self-conscious about it.
I think people are, dogging on you more for your inaccurate predictions than your mismatching socks.
No.
Really? We could take a look in your comment section real quick. We can.
Hey, my predictions have not been very good that I posted of, but I have pretty much won all of my parlays.
Aged well, a commenter says.
You know that means it aged well.
Whenever somebody gives you that, they know they're being legit.
But we have a lot to talk about. We probably should start with the Packer game, obviously. Packers won 35-25. A huge win. They were down by
Huge.
9 at half. So
it was a switch.
Jordan Love almost had a perfect second half performance. It was insane. Like, he didn't miss any. Yeah, obviously, the 20 consecutive completions.
Tied with Favre back in 2007.
Yeah, pretty cool. And something now I want to talk about is Savion Williams getting a touchdown before Matthew Golden.
Got him to delete his Instagram account.
Yeah, which,
I think it's definitely more on the front of Matthew Golden's fantasy owners probably lighting his ass up in the DMs.
Yeah, but I'm sure he still has that pressure regardless. I don't think he
definitely.
really cares about fantasy, but
I'm talking about just hatred towards him.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah.
He was open for one easy touchdown.
Yeah.
And Jordan missed it in the first half, but
Yeah.
pretty insane to me that was the case, and it's week 8, and he does not have a touchdown.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, we can go back to Christian Watson's dad, the all-knowing guy. He knows everything about everything, and he definitely does not have any complaints this game with Christian Watson's performance. 4 for 4 for 85 yards and a tud.
No. Did not have a touchdown.
Did not happen. That was my bad. I accidentally put that there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I forgot to change that right before.
Christian Watson did not have a touchdown, but he did really well. 4 receptions, 85 yards. One crazy ball by Jordan Love on the run that was like a wobbler right over the defender.
That was Rodgers' equivalent right there. Speaking of which, 29 for 37, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions with a 134.2 rating.
Holy.
Was honestly one of his best games.
Yeah.
Except like playoffs.
And Jordan Love is creeping into that MVP conversation. I see him on the 4th or 5th in most sports betting places. Patrick Mahomes kind of did bad last night, so he had 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. So he's gonna go down in that ranking. I don't know why Josh Allen's even in there, to be honest.
Yeah, he's kind of been shitting the bed against a Falcons team that just
Yeah, he has 6 turnovers.
Yeah.
17 total touchdowns.
To be fair, the Falcons defense has been so on and off between smoking Josh Allen and then getting absolutely whooped this week.
Yeah, no, I mean that was one of the things I said is the Falcons are the most random team in the league. Like they'll beat the best team and then they'll lose 30-0 against the Panthers. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's bipolar if it was an NFL team.
Yeah. I think it's, we're starting to get to a point where we're refining this group of teams that was preconceived, but right before the year started, we all had our expectations. They were all fumbled on their heads by week 5, and now we're kind of getting to an equilibrium, but there's still definitely some outliers that we're trying to figure out.
I'm excited.
The Colts are definitely one of the teams that are getting more validation that I think is definitely deserved. Now I think we're getting to the point where now we can understand what's legitimate and what's a flash in the pan.
Yeah, 5-1-1 seems pretty legitimate. I mean, we should have beat both of those teams. We could be 7-0 without block kicks. I keep mentioning that, but Yeah, I think we're a legitimate NFC contender. I think it's
1 seed.
1 seed right now.
Mm-hmm.
And next week we play the Panthers. But I'm excited because the Chiefs are playing the Bills. That'll be a good game to watch.
Another good game that the Chiefs will win.
In the regular season, it's pretty split.
We'll see.
In the playoffs, it's not even close.
I'm kind of sick of the matchup.
Yeah.
I've seen it too damn much.
It's because you always see them in the play. It's almost twice a year you see their ass because they're always in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm excited because I think the Bills will win this one.
He's a James Cook owner.
I'm a James Cook owner. Yeah. Bo Nix owner. Josh Jacobs owner.
Boner believer.
Oh, should we just go into fantasy?
Listen. Yeah.
We played each other in fantasy this week.
We talked about it. Yeah. Here's the deal.
It was a blowout.
I don't even feel that terrible about this win because it was
loss.
This was the only time Jake Ferguson had under 3 targets. And 3 targets was his worst before this. He's averaged
Christian
15 points a game, and he had 0 catches.
The people that are watching, it was 73 to 151.
All right.
I don't think Jake Ferguson is going to affect that score very much.
Yes, it will.
I mean, my entire team kind of balled out. Literally, my entire team did well.
Baker Mayfield with 4 points.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk about my running backs because they were both gambles, but I'm glad that I did it. I part of the reason why I was coping this week is because I was going to trade with a league mate, Tarkin, with one of his running backs that ended up splitting his fucking leg in half. It was crazy.
All right. It's Cam Scatterboo.
Obviously. You know, I love the guy. I really hope he rests up easy and gets back stronger next year because he's such an entertaining person to watch. I mean, you see Jackson Dart's reaction to that. It's very unfortunate. Really, the only bright spots were George Pickens with 14.8, which is like, you know, it's kind of his average. It's under his average actually.
It's his average when CeeDee Lamb is going to be in.
Yeah. So and Jamar Chase got 21.1. Terry McLaurin came back pretty strong with 14.4 points. Chiefs defense had 11, which is pretty good, but that's just because the Commanders didn't want to play football in the second half. It's going to be very interesting to see where my team's at because I have a few trades brewing. I'm hoping to hit on because Jahmyr Gibbs had a bye week. I'm trying to get another running back for that. But when Garrett Wilson comes back, having him with a 1-2 punch with probably George Pickens, I'm thinking. I mean, selling high on Jamar Chase might be the move. I know he's going to be consistent for the rest of the year. He's the best wide receiver in the football, in my opinion. But I think the value that I could spread out across my roster is more worth it than just having him on a roster that's heavily imbalanced.
Yeah. So you're 3-5. I'm 7-1. That's their kind of a weekly update, but I think we should probably go back to the Packers.
Yes.
Many things to talk about.
I want to talk about the rushing because Emmanuel Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson over the last 2 seasons has been more efficient per run than Josh Jacobs. I do acknowledge the importance of Josh Jacobs. I do very much understand. Not really. He had 11 rushes to Josh Jacobs' 13.
I mean, in the last 2 seasons.
He doubled his yards.
In the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, he's definitely getting more of a workload, and he's proving it more and more.
Also, when people see Josh Jacobs back there, he's going
to wear down the defense. He definitely has his use case beyond the stats. Like, that's something that a lot of people don't really recognize, I don't think. I mean, especially his run blocking ability. And really just wearing down linebackers and safeties when he gets into open space.
Tucker Kraft, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Tight end,
National Tight End
Week.
today.
If anyone didn't know, you don't watch football.
Yeah, you didn't watch the damn games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very obviously good performance by the Packers. Again, can't complain. Not 4 quarters of good football once again, but
we flipped the switch in the second half. I think that's more important than vice versa.
Clearly, the play calling switch too.
Yeah, I think I much prefer this style of football than Matt LaFleur trying to get up before half and then just trying to coast on it because it's so obvious with his play calling. I should have done a little bit more note taking on the first half play calling, but there were just some plays that just made no damn sense. Yeah. And Before I get into defense, I wanted to know what your panic meter was on Brandon McManus.
0.
Yeah.
People are, they're always going to get me.
Yeah.
Steelers, historically hardest place to kick in NFL history. Also, he just came off a hamstring injury that he's clearly not ready off of. I mean, we need to stick with McManus. Don't even look at Lucas Haversick. It was 2 games. You guys need to relax. You guys need to wait. He has shown us a season and a half of almost perfect kicking. You guys need to calm down a little bit.
I agree. I mean, I pretty much had the exact same take as you did, but it's how much more of bad performance will you tolerate before you do have a panic meter switch?
2 more games.
2 more games?
That means like
if he comes in the next game and misses 2 field goals within 50 yards or within 55 yards, let's just say, you won't have panic then.
I'll be concerned, and then if he does it again, then I'm like, okay, you gotta go.
You don't think the Packers would pull the plug after the second game?
No, I don't. I also don't see that happening. We're against Carolina this week.
Yeah,
seems like a relatively
got our retro uniforms starting this week. I'm pretty excited to see them.
Yeah, helmets will look dope.
Our league mate Rocky is going to be going to the game with her family.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. So defense got 3 sacks on that geezer Aaron Rodgers that we love so dearly.
Rashawn going nuts.
Rashawn got 2. Parsons got 1. The Steelers' third down conversions was 1 for 10, which is astounding.
That's really good.
When it comes to the Packers, though, the first half we couldn't convert shit.
We can blame Binky Metcalf. We can blame. There was another. Oh yeah, the refs on that terrible. There was one where we were obviously offsides. Did not get called.
Yeah, I have a whole thing on that. We can get into that real quick. But, so yeah, obviously so there's obviously a missed offside on us when it came to that deep pass.
Ridiculous.
The shovel pass fumble was initially ruled incorrectly, but it was a moment that the upstairs people would be like, listen, you got to get your shit together. People are already pissed at you guys. Like, genuinely, I think a majority of the overturned plays were not because of the refs making it different.
Yeah. Like, the refs were terrible this week in general.
What was there was another one. There was a very blatant false start as well. I don't know what the refs are thinking, if they're just trying to make it even on both sides or what.
I hate that philosophy. It's stupid.
And I mean, we can talk about league wide. I mean, obviously the tush push fumble that should have been that was called
one of the worst penalties or one of the worst calls.
Wasn't even near the ground.
No,
wasn't even near the ground. He was on top of the pile. Brian Burns rips it out and is should have been a turnover. And then then there was the weakest pass interference call.
Yeah.
That
Same
that
game.
was it was. I just
yeah.
At this point, like, I mean, I feel like, and this is more of putting a tinfoil hat on, right? But do you think this could be lobbying for NFL fans to get riled up enough just for one more season so they can make a brand deal with an AI company to replace reffing entirely?
I don't know. I still don't. I still believe that there is influence outside of just the ref's personality. I think, for example, there's chances that they get paid outside of the NFL, and I genuinely believe this. There's too much money in sports betting. One, there's too much money in the NFL. Two, they're gonna do. Teams, we've already seen it, are gonna try their best to win. Why wouldn't they try to pay the refs? Or why wouldn't they bounty hunt or pay for Sean Payton did that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's unlikely to see non-humanoid refs or non-human refs because they want stronger influence of the game, and that will make them more money than signing a deal with an AI brain.
Yes and no. I mean, you look at the federal spending for AI; it's over $500 billion.
Yeah,
just for the next couple of years. I think I don't know. I think the NFL definitely has a major credibility issue, and I think even the most casual of fans are getting. I mean, obviously the NBA now with the gambling and the betting issues.
MLB is pretty bad too.
I mean, MLB I feel like lacks any form of regulation.
I mean,
in terms of like non-performative,
having a cap space is crazy. Not having a cap space is stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we could get into all of that. But, I mean, the Dodgers that the Milwaukee Brewers played, I believe, spend 10 times the amount of money they do on their
4
players.
times.
Basically the same exact thing. I just want to hyperbolize it so you guys actually got off your TikTok brains and tuned in for a second there. My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week against the Panthers, wearing the retro uniforms. It shall be good.
Is that home? It's at home, yeah.
It's at home. The Panthers rank among the lowest in passing and passing protection. So, going to be another week eating up the red rifle, most likely, unless Bryce Young plays. I mean, he didn't play last game.
No, but I think he's coming back.
What do you think that was? Was that because of injury or was it?
Yeah, it seemed minor, though. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, I think Bryce Young's coming back. Rico Dowdle, don't know why he's not getting more carries than Chuba Hubbard because he got like 7 yards a carry, 6, 7. Fucking loser.
My bad. Didn't I tell you? You were like, no, he's starting. He's gonna get way more snaps. And what happened?
Well, I mean, Rico still scored more fantasy points, but he got 9 carries. Chuba got 13, and Rico got like 54. Chuba got like 30. So it's like, why are you even splitting halfback when it's very obvious that Rico is better?
Yeah.
And he should have had a starting role after last year on the Cowboys. He did really well, I thought.
Yeah, it's when you get to those kind of organizations, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions and not enough answers. But to really wrap up this Steelers game, I mean, it had an emotional aspect to it.
It's cinematic.
It was. It was our first win in Pittsburgh since 1970.
Seeing A-Rod out there playing the Packers.
19 being called, it definitely brought back some memories for sure. It's interesting to see a direct comparison between mentor and mentee because you see the parallels.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most trippy part. Like going from A-Rod that launched.
Why Chris Collinsworth won't stop yapping about how Jordan Love looks exactly like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I don't I
hate that.
I feel like that's a very basic comparison because, yes, obviously you pick up the footwork and all that. I think he definitely has a lot of Favre mentality.
Yeah.
Not that he would pick that up from really anything in his own experience, but he definitely has his own gunslinger mentality. But just that throw to Watson and then Aaron's throw to Wilson it highlighted both of their abilities to throw at very off angles.
Still sling that thing.
He can sling it at almost any angle and
pretty much
make
put it
throws
anywhere.
that most coaches anywhere from high school to college would scream and eat your ass out over. Just
pause
like that. You know what I mean?
All right.
You don't want to deal with none of that.
Okay.
You don't want to do with none of that from your
especially if you're
football coach.
High school. If you're in high school, don't let your high school coach eat your ass out.
Welcome back. A little bit of a shout out to Kirk Turd Street. I was watching the Vikings game, and I think we all did. Saw Carson Wentz go out with what ended up being a season-ending surgery-related injury.
But he's actually had that injury the entire Viking season. So he already, coming into the game, he knew he had shoulder issues that he needed surgery for. But he kept playing because they wanted to preserve J.J. McCarthy.
That's a whole nother thing that we could probably get into.
Yeah,
there.
so I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
How much of the league is actually concerned with safety, and how much is just saving face for publicity and advertisers putting their name on something that isn't risking other people? In a preventable measure.
Yeah, I agree. I feel bad because he was clearly in misery.
And that was his childhood favorite team. too. Yeah. Like imagine you get the opportunity, you bounce around the NFL, you have some, you have a lot of downs, but you get to a point where you're like, you have a starting shot and you fucking break your socket in a torn labrum.
Yeah.
And you got Kirk Herbstreit saying, he needs to not let that out. You're a leader. You can't do all this and that. And like, he did make a statement saying that it was just about him throwing the helmet. I don't think any announcer, unless if they played in the game and have had an injury and have been in the same position, could even have to say that they shouldn't feel that level of emotion in that much of a deterring moment.
Which is just crazy to me because, like, when I look back, I'm like, the most emotional quarterbacks were the best. Like, not Peyton Manning. He did get hella angry. But Tom Brady smashing hella tablets, always throwing his helmet. Aaron Rodgers, we all know and love Aaron Rodgers.
Everyone loves Aaron Rodgers.
And the way he talks on the field, he's angry. He wants to win. If you have someone in extreme pain, trying their best to win, right? He's allowed to feel emotion.
And imagine being in that situation and then fucking up over and over again because of the injury, and then you get pile drived into the ground on the fucked up shoulder, which, to be fair, do you think the torn labrum was already there?
No, that's the reason why he was wearing that cast that was connected to.
So it's possible that the socket was broken in the game.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he had shoulder issues before the game started.
Because he got driven to the ground on that shoulder multiple times, and when you don't have any stability in that ligament, that could definitely cause some later issues. I mean, obviously, if both of them were known about injuries, that brings up a whole nother conversation.
Morality.
But yeah, I think a lot of the factors of the game that don't have to do with people that don't know what they're talking about, that don't know the ins and outs of the game, even though they should, from refs to commentators and everything in between, they just need to shut their fucking yappers sometimes. I don't really fully understand. You watch a lot of other sports and their commentators. There's not really a need for a rule analyst because the commentators just know the ins and outs of the game.
They should, yes.
I think all commentators should at least have a comb through an entire rule book before they give an opinion that is definitely just lobbying for what the refs want, because it's so obvious when a commentator's like, well, that's what the refs said, so it has to be true.
Well, I mean, and then it's clear that they're like silent almost or quiet about the play, and then they see the result of the penalty, and then they're like trying to almost persuade the audience that the refs were correct rather than trying to hold them accountable, and that shit frustrates me.
You're losing credibility by putting up this facade. It almost makes people that are watching it feel like they're fuking idiots.
Yeah, because like toddlers.
Yeah, they just look at you like dada.
Goo goo gaga, little bitch baby watching the TV. You're gonna listen to me now?
To me. Whatever I say is right. Fuck you, kiddo.
Yeah,
but
that's how it feels.
Honestly, it just feels like, as an NFL fan,
patronized.
It just feels like we're getting patronized and lied to, and it just feels less authentic.
Yeah.
With all of the rules that have came and gone that are favoring the offense or the defense, just acknowledge it for what it is and stop trying to pretend that your rule or your change that clearly didn't work for what you wanted didn't end up actually leveling out the game you thought it would. There's a clear distinction between eras of football where a defense or an offense is valued more in terms of rule making. Yeah. So I think people need to start to get to the point where we need to just start beating the shit out of these refs. Someone needs to go into the booth and just clock one of the commentators.
We are not responsible if
We're not responsible.
If this happens.
This is all allegedly. If allegedly somebody ran into a commentator booth and drop kicks one of the commentators, I think that would be pretty dope.
No,
Allegedly.
I think,
Allegedly.
None of this would be a problem if the refs could actually just do their fucking job.
They clearly can't. I mean, based on all the missed calls that we talked about in the first half of the episode, it doesn't seem like we're on a real good path here. And this is not just one officiating crew. Granted, the one thing that really, really, really pisses me off is that last week there were so many missed calls on false starts for the tush push, and we talked about that. Turns out the guy that was responsible for that was, I believe, in a playoff refereeing team that was banned from the NFL because of poor refereeing and then got reinstated the next year. Yeah. So it's all about saving face. They don't really give a shit. I feel like the NFL only cares that we're talking about it.
Sounds like police. No, I'm
just quick switch this to a very polarizing issue.
Yeah, you're gonna have a 4-week suspension with pay. No, anyway.
Fucking Christ.
That's what it feels like, though. They don't actually get any consequences for their actions. Like, they continue to make bad calls. I think something we should do and consider, the NFL should consider doing, is fining the refs every time they make a bad call. Because it's getting to the point where they can do what they want.
I feel like rather than that, I think an incentive-based program would be... No one wants to work
like
a job.
Percentage?
Like if you make a percentage that's vetted by like multiple different sources and you're actually making the correct calls on the field, then you should make above a low base pay.
Yeah, which I believe is already happening. Other refs are getting paid more than other refs. But
I mean, I don't feel like any of the solutions that we currently have are working, clearly.
So find their ass.
We look back 10 years, and we're right back into another era of shitty refereeing.
Yeah. I mean, 10 years ago was the worst. Or like 2014 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like...
That was like all the refs were
boycotting.
On strike.
Yeah. No, it was absolutely horrendous. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But... I don't think we've seen a gradual increase in refereeing quality, like at all, like a whole lot in the last 10 years. I mean, we got the refs back that had an experience.
Yeah.
And we had that little bump, but I don't really feel like we've done a whole lot. And I think the NFL needs to take some accountability for that.
I agree. But I wanted to get into this Sunday. Since 1970, this was the worst Sunday football of all time.
In terms of score
differential and 1-point games. There's only one 1-point game this week, which is the lowest in NFL history, including Monday night.
Yeah. Bengals Jets. Thursday. Breece Hall with the game-winning passing touchdown.
Was that game
on the
winning?
Fucking bingo card, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Breece Hall finally got a touchdown. It's been like 1,000. I don't remember. 1,000 snaps or something. Says he got a touchdown.
Not 1,000.
No, I don't know.
It was a couple hundred.
Whatever. It's been like 4 games.
Yeah.
So that's like 400. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see that game. But the rest of them, boring as hell. Just like our fantasy game. I blew them out the water. The games were blowouts. And it's like, wow, none of these games are thrilling enough to watch till the end. It's like, except the Packer game, because we're Packer fans, and I was disappointed.
I feel like that was a great game.
It was a great game.
We had a great game.
I was gonna say I was disappointed that they didn't swap jerseys at the end. I couldn't. Why wouldn't they? They should have.
I think they just. I don't know if I was in both their positions. I mean, Jordan seems like a pretty.
Jordan's like, that jersey ugly as fuck. I don't even want it.
I think them swapping it in private was more beneficial for both of their personalities. I don't think they want to be around a conglomerate of photographers and reporters and shit.
Yeah, it's funny, though, because like, I look back to Jordan in 2023 when he first started. Yeah. And like, I remember it was the Saints game that we came back 17-0 in the fourth. Rashawn Gary is like hyping him up, and he's like all shy and shit. Mm-hmm. But now he's got more swagger and confidence.
He definitely does, but you can tell he keeps his cards close to his chest. So I think it makes sense for his personality.
Quiet personality for sure. But
I wanted to bring up, this is off topic from the Packers, but Myles Garrett getting a franchise record 5 sacks in a single game. And it's the 20th time since 82 that somebody's done that. And happened in a double-digit loss, which is really sad.
Don't disrespect Drake May. Drake May's stats
seeing his reaction on the sidelines, everyone had the same reaction to it. There's nothing that's going to be said right now that is new to anyone's perspective. But what do you think Garrett was actually thinking would happen, taking up a majority of their cap space and already being on a dog shit roster?
I mean,
you had your chance
on paper, bro. It's his fault. I have zero sympathy for Myles Garrett.
There was a very slightly credible rumor out there that Myles Garrett made a push to get Deshaun Watson and replace Baker Mayfield originally.
Really?
Yeah. Damn. And it's like, what do you want? What do you really want? I feel like he doesn't know that at all. And
he's not a GM for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like,
and also, like, that man comes up to you and asks for something, you can't say no. Terrifying looking man.
Then that gives you a straight face. I mean, that's like looking the Grim Reaper in the fucking eyes.
Yeah, he's going to get his helmet out.
But Myles Garrett's also the type of motherfucker that's some drunk-ass fucking guy that's going to have, like, 7 shots of vodka and, like, 4 beers. Like, you might not know how to fight. I've been in my fair share of bar fight. Hey, are you Myles Garrett? Run your pockets.
Yeah. Let's do Myles Garrett.
We could talk about your boy James Cook real quick with 216 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns versus the Panthers.
With 19 carries, he got taken out before the 4th. He could have hit 300 in my opinion if he got like 30 carries, dude, that would be a new NFL record.
Yeah.
And he was cooking that Panthers defense. Rico Dowdle, earlier in the season got 30 carries for like 200 yards or whatever. If James Cook got those 30 carries, I don't know, man. My guy, James Cook, another staple of the team, I think, at this point. I can't lose if I got 2 stud running backs and 2 stud receivers and the best tight end in the league.
Just wait until I got Jahmyr Gibbs and insert other number 1 running back.
Yeah, Bijan, he's saying over there.
I'm trying to get him. Dude, it's a real possibility.
You got to
if I trade Jamar.
Trade some crazy, I think.
I'm trading Jamar Chase and Josh Downs.
For
Jamar Chase is the number 1 receiver in football right now, statistically. He's averaging over 20 points
trade
a game.
a running back. Otherwise, it'd be easier to accept that trade.
Here's the thing. When Garrett Wilson comes back, the league is fucked.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Terry McLaurin in the slot, Jake Ferguson on the tight end. Yeah. All of those people are averaging over 15 points a game.
So you just need to win the games.
I do.
What you're saying.
I do.
Yeah, I could lose the rest of the games for the rest of the season. I'm pretty sure.
Wait until James Cook jams his penis in a door or something, and then he's out for the next 4 weeks.
Not James Cook. Don't jam your penises in the door, James Cook, please.
Don't do it, James Cook.
Don't do it.
Good friend of the show.
It's like that Interstellar meme. He's banging on the... Don't do it!
No! Me drafting James Cook only for him to jam his dick week 5.
That's a tragedy.
He's been dealing with it for a while, but he's going to re-aggravate it when he gets nut tapped at the bottom of a pile.
Okay, all right, buddy.
We're classy gentlemen.
Yeah,
We're classy gentlemen on this show.
I wanted to talk about the Colts a little bit. 7-1, obviously, very successful. Tragically, last year, Jim Irsay died, so his daughter...
Hashtag Irsay Orcas.
His daughter, Carly Irsay. Okay, buddy. Okay.
If you don't know, I had a fantasy team 2 years ago named the Irsay Orcas. And the story was Jim Irsay, instead of paying Jonathan Taylor, decided to spend almost the same amount of money it would cause his whole contract to fly an orca whale from one ocean to the other to save it, and it died mid-route.
That's one of the funniest shits ever.
I really considered bringing that name back for this year if Jerry Jones didn't call Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Because the Irsay Orcas would have been a good send-off.
Yeah.
For Jim Irsay. But
anyway, that is hilarious. I think that's so funny. But I wanted to know your opinion on her taking notes on the sideline. And I know there would be a lot of NFL head coaches that would be upset with the owner being so invasive around the players.
I understand. And, I only watched like 3 episodes of Chad Powers.
Yeah.
But similar sitch going on in the show.
Yeah, no, but I don't think Carly seems a lot more
laid on.
I mean,
you got to hyperbolize
trying to
it for the show.
Understand the game more.
You got to hyperbolize it a little bit in the show when it comes to like that little amount of on-screen time.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to Chad Powers though.
Yeah,
actually crazy similar, because it's inherited by her father too. So
yeah,
that's crazy.
I think it comes down to personality. You have someone like Jerry Jones doing that. It's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell on earth. No one's gonna want to be on that team. It's gonna be Woody Johnson. It's gonna be Woody Johnson. I'm quitting if I'm Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
Full stop. But if you have somebody that has a side of maybe not vulnerability, because from an owner's perspective that just might not be it, but at least understanding that I'm letting the coach do their thing, but being a complete observer, having the observer effect without necessarily giving critique on the spot is important. But you get a billionaire with a ton of ego and has owned a team for so many years and thinks they already know everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly, I'm not
working in
giving Carly Irsay any credit here but it's clearly not affecting the team in a negative way.
I'm in full support of her and her methods. I think it works for her. I don't think it's going to work for many other teams around the NFL.
Notes say Jonathan Taylor Good.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good. We should pay him more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think. Well, I guess I have a question for you. Do you think in the next coming decade or so, we're going to have a fairly youthful set of NFL owners? And if so, do you think this will be a trend that
Except
follows
Jerry
through?
Jones. Jerry Jones will he'll be 120 before he gives up and dies.
Jerry Jones is going to have his head in a vat with a little glory hole on the bottom, connected to an AI, artificial intelligence that will capture his consciousness and allow him to feel that glory holes.
So in a way, he's living on.
Exactly, and he'll be on he'll be on the Bev cart on the sidelines with the Gatorade.
He'd be next to the water.
Yeah. He'll critique everyone that goes to get water.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that's my plan. And then he realizes that the water people are the only one that go and get water there, so he just chastises them. Do you know who I am? I'm Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
I run a 24/7 soap opera. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I got to talk about that. But honestly, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
It's been a good episode.
Tyler Huntley did pretty good too.
He did, and I was, it's unbelievable why they started Cooper Rush over him. It doesn't make any sense.
No, none at all.
It's just because of the play style.
Yeah, I mean, they've already had an offensive playbook that favors a mobile quarterback more. Yeah. You're only limiting what you can run. I mean, you're not – Tyler Huntley's not Lamar Jackson. He's not as fast as Lamar Jackson, but he definitely –
Pro Bowl quarterback.
He's a Pro Bowl quarterback.
I can't believe that was the most –
I mean, Cooper Rush was on a Linsanity run when he was on the Cowboys for a little bit, so –
yeah, I was still –
Everyone loved Cooper Rush back in the day.
Back in the day. Now he's buns.
Back in the day. Well, thank you so much for watching.
Trace McSorley?
What happened to him? There's a whole song about
on a dime. I'm not even in trying. I'm just a kid from Brileywood. I'm wearing number 9. That's all I know.
Absolute Barthology.
Yeah.
Absolute Barthology.
Bring him back. Anyway.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
We really appreciate you. If you watched up to this point, you might as well just like and subscribe. It helps out the channel.
We're at 114.
Yeah, no, if it wasn't for that guy that we haven't had any contact with.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen him once.
We haven't seen him at all. We don't know where he is or his
114.
whereabouts or where he is or where he's laying.
Or where under the ground. I mean,
where.
In which cemetery. I mean.
Yeah. But, okay.
All right, bye.